Hi, it's Mark and Grace again for another episode of Noble Notary and Legal. I don't even know what the episode is. Another YouTube show.
Yeah, so we have something very exciting to share with you. We get asked this a lot, so we decided to make a video, right?
Right. And we are calling this episode Notary Scams, Shams, Shills, Cons, and Ripoffs. And we're going to show you, unfortunately, out there in the internet, there's people that want to take advantage of you. They'll send you very convincing emails and show you very convincing websites to try to get your money, but unfortunately, they're just not going to live up to the expectations that they're promising you. We're going to go over that right now behind the scenes. Come on, let's go. Okay, so notary shams and scams and shills. All right, let's go through this, guys. All right, the biggest one I get asked about is hire notary. Let me just start with this. When you become a new notary, especially, you're in a database and your information, particularly your emails, are probably sold by data companies, and you're going to get emails from different companies like this one offering you what seems like a really good offer. We're going to pay top dollar for signings. You're going to get tons of them, 150 up. Come join our site, and then when you join their site, pay us $40 and you'll get them. It looks good. If you look at a typical signing service company that you would sign up for, though, their enrollment actually doesn't really look anything like this. They actually just want your credentials and you submit them, and then you'll usually get an email or you'll hear from somebody. With this one, you can see how it's structured more like a pitch. This is more like a landing page or a squeeze page, testimonials, because they're trying to sell you. And they are going to sell you on their supposed signing service that doesn't exist. And you will not get any orders from them at all. You will have just given them your $40, and that's that. So hire a notary, not going to hire you. You're just going to give them $40 and never hear from them again. So nix that. Another one, which is very similar, is USASigningAgent.com. Same thing. You might have never heard from them, but then you get an email from them one day, and it sounds great. And if you go through the notary registration from here and you submit, it's going to bump you through to another page where they want $40 from you to be a notary. And of course, you're never going to get any jobs from them at all. Another one that is worth a couple others I want to go over. FindLegalPros.com. Now, Find Legal Pros actually does have notaries listed on here, and believe it or not, they have contextual backlinks. The problem is that I don't believe they're any longer an active site. The 800 number on here to call for customer support is a deadline, and the email addresses that you would reach out to list on here are nobody responds to those. Now, I've personally wasted my money on this and then had to chase it back down through my bank and contest it after a series of unanswered emails and unanswered phone calls. So I tried to create a listing on findlegalpros.com in which they say they only can be a notary. Seemed like a good deal. Pay a one-time fee of $60, get a lifetime listing, except I got no lifetime listing, no response, no emails, no answers to phone calls. That is 100% factual information. So if Find Legal Pros has a problem with that, this is not slander and this is not libel. This is factual information. I can actually prove that they did this. So I would save your time and money and do not go with Find Legal Pros. So let's go to another one here. This is Nationwide Notary Registry. Now, you may get an email from them as well saying, hey, get your listing up. There's a couple problems with this. One, the database is not really visible. Two, there's no contextual backlink. So if you pay for a listing with them, it's just a simple listing with you and your service. There's no backlinks. There's no benefit. The other problem with them is in the scheme of internet, they don't really exist. Okay. What do I mean by that? Well, we do a profile on them here on Ahrefs. They have a DR of 15. Well, I'm sitting at a DR of 25. What does that tell you? I completely outrank them in any keywords that I want to. So they would be of no benefit to me. They'd be of very little benefit to anybody, really. So they are just a service that is selling you a spot that isn't going to link you back, and probably nobody really sees them or uses them anyways. So there is that. The other thing that I get asked a lot, and I guess I might as well show you, let's head over to the NNA. And now the NNA is not a scam. They're a legitimate website. They're actually, their signing agent training is actually very good. But what they like to do is they like to kind of funnel you into a bunch of upsells that are really not going to benefit you. What they will do is if you go to signing agent and become a signing agent, and I get asked this a lot too, so I'm going to show you. They have their 3 different packages that they're trying to sell you, and they've got the 285, 208, and 79. Now, realistically, the 289 or the 285, this is, you don't need any of this stuff. These downloadable study guides, well, you can get your state's manual in PDF, usually for free, right from the Secretary of State. And these priority listings on signingagent.com, let me tell you something. Of all the directories and listings that I'm in and that I've paid for or not paid for, nobody has ever called me and said, I found you on signingagent.com. Ever. So they're just not a priority. 123 Notary, yes. Get a lot from them. Some other ones, SnapDocs, yes. But from here, no, never heard of it. What you do need from them is their signing agent certification and their background screen. Those are important. A lot of vendors want them. Title Direct doesn't care. Title Direct cares that you got E&O insurance and a notary commission. So if you market Title Direct, they're almost completely irrelevant, even background check. But so the only thing anybody really cares about is that you have your basic certification and your background, which means that the middle choice here at 208 is probably your best option. You don't need a notary journal from them. You can get this on Amazon for $7. And the same thing, all these other study guides that they have, they don't. But I would tell you that their process of going through their loan signing course where they're showing you loans is actually pretty good. And that's about all they're good for. Their membership, their annual membership, you're not going to reap much benefit from it. They do have a lot of content on their site. Unfortunately, a lot of the content on their site in their articles are just this very basic, vague, almost common sense stuff. Really, I mean, if I really wanted to be truthful, I could probably, my 5th grade daughter could write articles as good as these. If I said, hey, I want you to write an article on how notaries should market themselves, and she just listed a bunch of vague things like get business cards and this and that, it would be as valuable as their information, which is not valuable at all. It's not valuable resources. It's common sense stuff. But they're just doing that to increase their relevancy in the notary world and make sure that they stay top of the listings, which is exactly what they do, so that they basically dominate the market. One of the things that bothers me about that is because they are who they are and because they're as popular as they are and as many signing services want their credentialing, they kind of get lax on the customer service side. Nobody else really talks about this but me, but I'm going to tell you that I think their customer service is horrible. I think their prices are horrible. But you do need their background screening and you do need their certification for most of those vendors until you can escalate your service beyond the needs of those vendors, which takes a lot of time and a lot of marketing and commitment. So that is it. Those are the notary scams to avoid, the upsells to avoid, so that you don't waste your time and money. You can get out there and be as efficient, as productive as possible. All right, guys, take care. Have a good week. We are out.